Stark Stride of the YouTube Assassin, and today we are hunting down the last 20 of those Ostrakas so that we could get us some more engravings. We're going to be finding them, and we're going to be solving the puzzles. So, we'll begin right here. I am at this spot here, the ruins of Halik. You can see it's in Achaia, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but just to give you an idea, there it is. It's very, very close to the edge there, in this little fort. Now there are tons of bad guys over here, and I'm not interested in any of them. I'm just interested in right here, this spot right there. That's where the Ostraka is. Showboat. The theater in Petrified brings the seas to the people, showcasing one of the region's most prized boats. Find taking a bow. Alright. Do is from here, which is where the Ostraka was, we're going to keep coming west, northwest, and we're going to make it right here to this little town here, and you'll see in the middle there's actually a spot where there's a giant boat, and I guess they do plays on this boat. There go the stands there, and what we're going to do is climb up here. We're going to climb this bow, and there it is right there. Plus 30% crit damage while low health. Our next Ostraka is going to be inside of a stronghold over here on Hephaestus Island. There's where it is in correlation to the map. You're going to come to this stronghold, the ancient stronghold. It's actually pretty big. Has all the cultists, and we're looking for this building up here. You'd have to get all the way up through there. There it is. Hungry for misadventure, behind the ancient stronghold lives an eternal king. His gaze is glazed and his bones are stones, and the ruins in the south he calls his home. I made the mistake of raiding his bed, and now I lie with the dead instead. Alright, so we're already at this stronghold. Let's find it. So, it really wasn't that far. Let's take a look. It wasn't exactly behind the stronghold. Come down south past this little Skyfall lake and a little bit north of these ruins where you kill an alpha animal. There's where the lion is, and it's a little bit this way, over by this edge here with these trees. Right off the path, we're going to come over here. We're going to find this busted up statue, and it'll be right here. Plus 8% damage with overpower abilities. Our next Ostraka is in Olycus Fort, I believe it's pronounced. I don't know. Let's see. It's actually going to be on the Petrified Island. So, here's the fort. There's the Petrified Island all the way on the right there. So, this is the layout of the fort. And we're looking for that building right over there where I was. Now we're right there. It'll be in this room here. Star-crossed lovers. My lover lived in the Petrified Valley, and I in the ancient pearl. To Erissos I had to go in order to see my girl, but there was a sonorous crack halfway through, and blue was what I reaped. The wooden behemoth groaned and creaked, and at the bottom of the river we began to sleep. That sounds odd. Let's find it. Alright, so where we have to go is just further to the right. Here's the fortress. We went this way, and right at this spot, we're going to find a bridge. And as you can see, part of it is busted. So we're going to dive into the water. And we're going to look real close here at where the bridge is broken. Plus 40% crit damage while full health. Gotta like that. Our next Ostraka is actually in another base. And let's go to the map. And here we are south of Lesbos over here, the main petrified island. You go south and you come to this side of the map. And we go to the Antavos ruin here. Now you'll have to come deep into this base. You'll see this place with the busted up roof, and we're on the middle floor there. So we'll come over here, we'll grab it. To the edge of the world. From the Mastic Farm, follow coast east. Keep going till the land's existence does cease. Tucked away in this cave, I watched sails go by. They left me here to rest and to die. This doesn't seem familiar. I'll look around for it. So the Ostraka is in a cave that's a great distance away from what we've got here. Let's see. We got it over here. And we go southeast over here. And you're going to come to this Angelo's cave. And like I said, it's going to be like on the edge near water. And we're going to go in, but not too far in. And here we are. Plus 8% crit chance with full health. Our next Ostraka is going to be in the Porphyrian Cave. So here's the map. It's going to be over here on the Silver Islands on the right side. And there's actually a cave entrance right here, right next to the statue of Artemis. And there's also an exit on the other side over here. But we're going to go through the cave. There's nobody who's going to attack you or anything like that. And we're going to find it up here on top of a table. Marbled Morale. Search for the marble quarry in Tavern Point. I was thrown down a pit along with the many bodies of exhausted slaves. Okay, there are plenty of marble pits over here. So the solution wasn't really that far. All we had to do was come over here to the Swenites Quarry, which is not that far from the cave itself. And we're just going to come this way. There's going to be a lot of high-level enemies here.
Well defended.
But we can make it. And there it is. Plus 4 seconds intoxicated duration. That's nice. We have yet another Ostraka at a leader house over on the Silver Islands. Right here will be Mykonos City, which is on the west side. And right about here is the leader house. And that will be the front gate up there. And we're coming to this little tower over here. And it'll be on the floor. Estate Envy. Go to the largest and most lavish house in Mykonos City. I am located on a table in a bath filled with red flower petals. Such a great view of the sea. That is not that far. And of course, the Ostraka was not that far away. Basically, we're heading south this way from the leader house. Coming to this big house over here. And we're coming to the back over by the ocean. You'll see they're having just a massive lavish party. And there it is right there. Plus 40% crit damage while low health. That's actually not that bad. Our next Ostraka is in these ruins over here. Now as you can see, we're still on the Silver Islands, but we're on the western island. And we're at the northern part. Here's the Kinthos ruins. It's pretty encamped by a couple of cultists, and we're going to look right over here by a pond, and it will be right there. Grave discovery. Within the birthplace of Apollo, seek the temple of Delians. There is a secret passageway in an underground tomb behind a bronze statue. Find me in a pile of apples guarded by snakes. Huh, interesting. So this one wasn't so hard. We are actually a little further south. Got the Ostraka up here. And we went further south, and we're right next to the statue of the Apollo. There's the Apollo statue right there, the sink point. We're down here. Gonna come back here. That looks like one of those stele places. And here are the snakes. Easily dispatched with fire. Oh, I think it's on the other side. Yep, there it is. Right here in the pile of apples, just like I said. Plus 3 seconds burning duration. Very nice. Our next Ostraka is going to be in a really weird place. It's actually going to be in a sunken wreck. Still on the Silver Islands. We're on the southern tip. And here we are, the sunken wreck of the Thebes. Needle in a haystack. There's an occupied farm on the eastern coast of something hills. I can be found buried beneath a large pile of hay. Well, let's look for it. Now the location was actually not that hard to find. We're on the same island, but from the wreck we went all the way east. We came to this farm of Ellis, or Elais. And you'll see it's got like some of the farmland. It's got a couple of silos and everything. And over there, there's a giant haystack. That's what you're looking for. Plus 9% damage with swords and daggers. Very nice. So our next Ostraka is actually found in the battlefield cave. This is going to be where you find Nicholas for the first time, and you either throw him off or save him. So there's the cave right there. We're actually just going to jump into the water from where we're standing. We're going to go all the way to the end where we see this treasure chest here, and here's the Ostraka. Happy hour. It's dangerous outside, so I'm waiting out the war. The only time I go outside the cave is to replenish my cup. Once I leave, I travel northwest from the battlefield in the occupied forest of Trip Something. Find me at the altar of offerings at the feet of the wine god himself. Alright, so that sounds pretty close by. We'll find it. And the objective really wasn't that far away. We actually did go northwest. And let's see, the cave was over here. You went northwest a short distance over here to the Pillar of Dionysus. And you're going to see the statue right here. You're just going to walk up to it. And there we go. Plus 4 seconds burning duration. Our next Ostraka is found deep in the cave of Mount Zaz. So, here we are on the little island of Naxos. And we're right here at this spot, which is not that far from this little point. We're going to go in. We're going to go all the way to the end. It's going to be this big room with all these cultists and lion statues and stuff. And here it is right here. Stubborn Mule. If you climb the peak of Mount Zaz, you will see 2 smaller islands to the south. I can only be found on one of the islands in a pile of hay near a friendly donkey. Make a decision. The last traveler starved to death trying to choose between the 2. So this one really wasn't that hard. All we had to do was go to this island where I'm at right now, which is south of Naxos itself. Once we get down to this, we're going to look on the beach. There'll be a donkey over here, and he'll have a little pile of hay. There we are, plus 8% damage with spears and staves. We're halfway there. So our next Ostraka is over here at the Naxos Quarry. Now the quarry is going to be in the northern part of the island. There's Naxos itself. Right here. And we're actually going to come to the top of the quarry here. There's the whole thing there. But over here where I'm at, that's where it is right there. Procrastinate now. It's easy to get distracted by the finer things on the island, with so much to work to do to complete the Temple of Apollo. It seems it will never be finished. Find me on the top of the temple's portico. It's the only thing erected so far. And the solution is not that hard. All we have to do, still on Naxos Island, we're going to come from the quarry kind of west over to this point over here. And we're going to get on top of this little arch there, which is the only thing completed for this marble structure here. And it's right up here. So there we go, plus 50% crit damage while full health. Our next Ostraka is actually a really easy one. We're going to be on the far southeastern island, over where the arena is. And pretty much in the middle of the island. We're going to come over here to the Temple of Poseidon. And it's actually a pretty easy find, there's no problems. There's the temple. There's the statue. And right over here, there's the Ostraka. So we're just going to come over and grab it right in that water. Till death do us part. Atop Gnosis Palace, you will see a tree that shoots for the stars. But like the love that lies at its roots, it'll never get that far. I hide away between bark and bone and curse the promises they made. Set me free at the foot of this tree where with all their hearts they prayed. So that's got to be close. And ew, is that dude really peeing next to me? Nasty. And finding it really wasn't that hard. All we had to do was directly from where we were, right up here, we just keep heading south. We get to this area right here, and there's that giant tree right there, and we'll see the Ostraka right here. Plus 10% damage with overpower abilities, so that's pretty nice. Oh, and here's the bodies. Our next Ostraka is going to be on a different island. Right over here, Cathera. And we're on the northern part of the island. We're over at the Temple of Aphrodite. And as you can see, there's the temple, and it's underneath one of these things over here. Just gonna go in and grab it. Made in Abyss. South of Scandia Bay, from the goddess's light I ran, past the den of teeth and bones, past poor sacrificial lambs, across the sea, on a lonely isle where ships reluctantly rest in peace. I nestled deep in a dark chamber and bade goodnight to Greece. Huh. Okay, so this one wasn't too tough. We're going to this atoll, which is south of the main island. You find a cave over here on this side, Augulos Cave. We're going to go inside. We're going to dive under the water. Now, normally in here there's a treasure chest. What we see up here in the back. There we go, plus 50% crit damage with low health. Our next Ostraka is going to be in the Tower of Ascari, over in the Boeotia region. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. So here by the lake is the tower. And we're actually going to climb the tower itself, and not at the very top, but very next to the top. We'll find it right here. Fire in the belly. Travel west toward a large burned temple in the Mount Helicon region. You'll find me inside at the source of the fire. Sounds pretty easy. So the solution was not that hard. Basically what we're going to do, from where we got the Ostraka, we're going to head west toward the Temple of Athena, Etonia. We're going to go inside. You're going to see right over here there will be a tablet. Right up here there's going to be the thing. Plus 5 seconds intoxicated duration. Nice. Our next Ostraka is going to be the Crucis military camp. Still in the region of Boeotia. Right to the south, right here. Once you get in, it's going to be on this in this big red tent over here. Pigsty. Sometimes soldiers can be pigs. Actually, if you follow the road going east out of Crucis Port, there lie pits full of bloody pigs. You can find me on an altar where a sacrificial pig is being prepared. Now the place we were looking was not that far. Here's where we got the Ostraka. We head east over here to this area. And you'll find what looks like a little temple.
Welcome back.
And right over here, here's the pig. Plus 10% damage with heavy weapons. Not bad. And we only have 5 more to go. Our next Ostraka is going to be at Diolkos West Ramp. It's going to be over here in the Corinthian region. And it's going to be right there on the edge of the water. So when you come in, you'll see there is like steps leading down. It's on the little dock over here. Rock and roll, back and forth along the Diakos, talk about repetitive work. Though it's the fastest way to get a boat across the mainland, you may feel mocked. Along this path stands the statue of Sisyphus, pushing his boulder up the hill. Find me in the cave behind the statue. I am on a table with a sacrificed body. Interesting. Okay, so this was another one that wasn't that bad. All we have to do is come out here to the grave of Sisyphus, which is not that far from where we just were. Here you'll actually find the guy with the boulder. And there's a cave over here. We're going to enter the cave. We're going to have to take out a couple of clan members though. Oh, that's bright. We're going to get down here. And there's the sacrificial altar. Plus 10% damage with swords and daggers. Our next Ostraka is in the sanctuary of Poseidon. It's like a little base just to the southeast of this area in Arcadia. There's going to be a couple of cultists, and we're going to enter this building. There'll be 2 treasure chests, and then there'll also be this belly flop. At Scavenger's Coast, north of Pellene, young people gather to dive through a hole in the cliff. Find me at the bottom if you dare to take the leap. Okay, so another solution that really wasn't that hard. What we're going to do is we're going to go from where we got the Ostraka. We're going to head north. We're going to be near the statue of Poseidon. And we're going to come to this area here where there's going to be just a massive hole. And we're going to jump down there. And this guy right here did not make it. Plus 10% damage with spears and staffs. Our next Ostraka is in a leader house in Thebes. Still in Boeotia. Gonna come to Thebes. You'll see the leader house right there. And all we have to do really is come to the main building, come to the roof. Stadium Love. To celebrate their win, champions escort their lovers from the stadium east of Thebes to a bridge overlooking a lake shaped like a heart. You can find me beside a helmet that was left behind. This was another easy one. From where we got the Ostraka, we're going to head east. We're going to see this little bridge right here by this heart-shaped lake. And as we go halfway across the bridge, here it is. Plus 10% crit chance while full health. The next Ostraka is over here somewhere in a place called Bandit Raid, which is weird. Still in Boeotia. Head toward the northeast. You'll find a spot here. Couple of buildings. What we want is on the outside. Bridging the gap. How much wood does it take to get to the other side? Head east to the coast of the cursed land of Oedipus, where a bridge is being built to Euboea. I will be waiting at the last plank. And there literally is a bridge, or a part of a bridge, that you'll see right here, east of where we were. And it's pretty much a dilapidated bridge. What we're looking for is right here. There we go, plus 5 seconds burning duration. So, the final Ostraka was very, very hidden. It's over here in Arcadia. Over here, it's kind of unmarked. Lagos's compound. I didn't see it like as I was traveling around, but apparently it was the thing. So you come to the area where I marked on the map, and you come to this building over here, and over here is where you'll find it. Sweet Tooth. Still didn't find it. Craving something sweet? Once you get to the Temple of Demeter and Cora in Tegea, head southwest to the fields in Pan's Cradle. I'll be stuck in a broken hive that's oozing with honey. Don't get stung. Hopefully it's not as difficult as finding this very last one. And our final Ostraka is not that hard. What we're going to do is we're going to come over here to Pan's Cradle. Still in Arcadia. And we're going to make sure we're around all these logs, these fields. And in this little mess over here, Sweet Tooth, 15% adrenaline per hit. So this is the final Ostraka. Now you have all 60. And honestly, it'll only increase all your power for your engravings. So, let's take a look real quick. As you can see, a lot of these engravings are actually gonna be phenomenal. You have to complete a lot of this stuff. You gotta understand, when I did this video, Alexios, he was low level. But if you actually did a lot of like poison damage and whatever damage, it will increase the... If you notice on some of these things, and this is after we just got the update where we've got the first blade and everything like that. You see we've got 5 on the left hand side, 2 on the right hand side. If you complete all these tasks, you should see that by the time you hit level 70 and you hit all the Ostrakas, all 5 on the left plus the 2 on the right should be completely full. And that's on like everything that has that. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep continuing to pay attention to the Ostrakas, to the engravings, to what it asks you to do. Like this one right here, kill 3 enemies without being hit 20 times. Continue to do all that stuff. Get all these Ostrakas, and you should be absolutely beast mode when you want to go and you want to engrave all your items. Anyway, I hope you bore with me during all 3 of these videos. I hope you got all the Ostrakas. I hope you figured out which ones you needed and which ones you had. I'm going to try to like put date and time stamps so that way you could figure out what you need. This has been like an amazing journey for me. I'm gonna do other engravings just so that like you guys understand what other engravings there are out there, what you can get, how you could get them. You know how I am. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. It helps the channel out an awful lot. Share with your friends. That'll help us out a lot. Besides that, drop comments and the comments below. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if you wanted to see any other things. Let me know if you want to know about any other engravings. Let me know. I love to hear from you all. Like always, thank you for watching, and these are one of the only times that you're going to see the assassin before the assassin sees you.